So it is basically used to deliver a message to an audience, and in most cases, it improves or enhances the delivery of that message. So the message can actually be listened to, it can be read, you can read the message, or you can view the message basically. Uh, Now, to be able to improve the delivery of that message, there is a digital format that that message has to take. Yeah. Uh, and in that case, when information is represented in a digital format, we have basically bits that are um, that make up the message. And once the message is, and then the digital format can actually be transmitted via different devices. Yeah. When you talk about Internet of Things, you want to share information amongst various devices so that they may communicate, they may exchange information very easily. And this message can actually be interpreted, manipulated, and used for any purpose that you want. Yeah. Um, there's a reason why we actually had to move from analog uh, TVs to digital TV. I think a few years ago. Yeah. Somebody tell us why we had to do so. Why did we have to move from analog TV to digital TV? Yeah. Yeah, we'll have a discussion later. Yes, somebody's hand is up. That is, I don't know, that's the P.
I think the reason we moved was because uh, the analog signal was slow and could not support um, multimedia very well as compared to digital signals, which could support very large set of data being processed.
That is a good contribution. How about the business perspective of it? Or at the end of the day, um, why do we need to support a large amount of information? Even anyone with an opinion? All right. So yes, because your contribution is correct. I just want to add the business perspective, whereby um, TV stations need to make money, and for them to make money, they need to estimate the audience. Yeah, and then for them to know how many people are actually watching this channel, it has to be in a digital format. So your decoder, your receiver, will be actually sending probably anonymous statistics, so we know who is watching which program at what time. Yeah. Now, when companies are going to apply for advert, this advert can actually be priced based on the number of viewers at that particular time. Yeah, thanks to digital format of that information, we can know where you're located, in which area, because they are already configured to your area, what your subscription, or we can also get the statistics of monthly subscription per area. We know that guys or people staying in, let's say, Waidaga or Pipeline normally have this type of subscription. Yeah. People staying in, I don't know, Kileleshwa or Lavington have this type of subscription. And then you can map, you can do a customer profiling based on the digital format of your 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 TV connection, basically. Yeah, and the same applies to TVs are no longer analog. Remember the cathodic tubes that we used to have? Now we have flat screen, and for the same purpose. Yeah, radio station. Yes, it applies to radio station. Um, in such a way that our radio receivers are now configured or use digital format. Yeah. I listen to radio through my decoder. Yeah. Most people listen to radio through their mobile phone. Yeah. My technicians and foodies who work in in the what in the construction site, they normally listen to whatever FM station through their mobile phones. Yeah, and even the Kamulika Mwizi will capture radio frequencies using digital format, basically. And for that, they will know what is their audience and they will price their services. Yeah. I won't mention. Okay, I'll mention TVs. Your flat televisions are now digital. Some people are happy about that. Others are not happy about that. Yeah. Uh, I am personally skeptical and very careful when you play anything using your TV because uh, using the same customer or client profile concept, once you search for anything, something very specific or not even specific, shallow on YouTube, um, you'll get more suggestions towards what you search. Yeah. And somebody tell me why flat or digital TVs are getting cheaper in terms of price, yet they are they are getting more sophisticated. Yeah, they get more sophisticated, but the price is going down every month. Anyone? This is old news. Anyone? Why digital TVs are getting cheaper, yet they are becoming they're getting more sophisticated. They should be overpriced based on their uh, quality and features. Exactly. Lewis has started with me privately because the balance of the price or the cost of the TV is you're paying it through your data, through your what your your preferences. Yeah. So the balance of that cost is sold in form of data nature or data. Yeah. So TV companies or TV sellers now know that they sometimes well, you guys are more updated than I am. They can listen to the conversation that are going on in the sitting room. Yeah. So next time you're watching your TV, you get actually suggestions of destinations you're actually talking about. Yeah, or you get TV programs that are aligned to the conversations you had a few days ago. So all that is thanks to the digital formats that our devices are actually taking here. So this actually allows um, devices to communicate and to share information. Yeah. So your TV will share information with your phone now very easily. You can Chromecast. Uh, you can watch Netflix on your TV, on your phone, on your laptop, and they will synchronize. Yeah, if you're watching the series, you'll just resume from where you stopped from another device. Yeah, yeah, basically. So those are benefits of digitization, and we just need to be very careful about the privacy. So multimedia could be represented in other formats. Um, when you see um, something like computer application, yeah, that is interactive, think of an ATM machine booth. Let's start from something as basic as that software program. It's interactive. It responds to your command, yeah, and there is text, yeah, there is graphic. It has I normally see an audio port, yeah. Probably this is for people with sight disability, yeah. I can just imagine if it was my first time to use an ATM, there could be a video to show me how to use this machine, and it could be an animated kind of video, yeah, and all that actually make up multimedia. Later, I will share with you links to more high-tech booths that be could be used as a representation of multimedia. You have like passport photo booth, yeah, where you just enter, you, you sit down, and then you take it automatically takes a passport photo, yeah, or it could be a printing automatic printing machine where you just enter, key in your pin, just the way we have machines in the corridors in Strathmore. We could have the same in a city, in smart cities, yeah? And all that are basically representations of multimedia. So, in a sense, that all these products are based on technology that combines the four elements: text, image, sound, and video. Yeah. Now, multimedia could be linear or non-linear. Yeah. When you talk about linearity, this is a one-way sequence. It's a single sequence, like a film or a book. Yeah. You can only flip the pages towards one direction. Yeah. and you don't have basically opportunity to jump or branch, as opposed to hypermedia or encyclopedia, yeah, or your video games that are actually non-linear. Yeah, you can branch. You don't have to follow a predetermined direction. So this is basically enhanced through hypermedia, which is a term that is generally applied for clickable media. You have a various categories of receiving the same text. Yeah, there was a software program by Microsoft called Encarta. I don't know if you guys heard about or know about it, but it was discontinued. I think it was discontinued because of Wikipedia. Actually, it's a version of Wikipedia where you can read text. Let's say if you search Kenya, you can get the text of the national anthem, and then you can get the audio of the same content. Yeah. Now, this Incasa was mainly for students. It had geography content, history content, and I think science and even math. Yeah. So you could actually read text or press or click another button to hear the same content. Yeah, that's the basic idea about uh, hypermedia. You have the definition here that we just talked about. You can read it further. And then the representation, basically multimedia, non-linear. You can move at will, whereas linear content, you need to follow a predetermined sequence. So you have a few terminologies based on the definitions we've just gone through. In multimedia, there is content, yeah, which comes in many forms, and that is information. But this information needs to be interactive. Yeah, the user and the computer need to communicate. Yeah, but of course, there is what we intend to be or what we want to become through this course unit. We want to know, we want to basically uh, get to know the developer's skills. Yeah, this is the individual who basically design multimedia products. Yeah, but then for us to achieve this efficiently, we need to take into account the user. These are individuals who are going to consume the product that we want to develop, yeah, or to create, yeah. And then for us to achieve this, there are tools, software programs that we need to use actually to deliver this product, yeah. Um, we also have a few characteristics of multimedia, yeah, which is integrated or convergent, yeah. We've mentioned some of these devices that actually can process all these content concurrently, simultaneously. Yeah. And then enhanced multimedia It needs to be real time. Yeah. Some of you who play games like PS or Xbox, and I think you have experienced this during this quarantine period. You can actually play a game with your partner um, while apart. Yeah. Uh, if I could bring an example, you're in Tiwaka, your partner is in Kafoka. You can actually play a fight game. Yeah, I don't know which one is the latest. You can mention one in the chat. Yeah, or you can actually have a fight a team game while apart, and this is actually real time. Yeah, you punch me in the face, I will fall real time. Yeah, you even a race, car race. If you overtake me, I will see you actually winning in real time. Yeah, and of course to achieve this, we have it's computer controlled. Yeah, and the digital format actually comes back. Yeah, for this to achieve, the data and the information needs to be digitized. Yeah. So characteristics in summary, you have uh, content, graphic, animation, or video that has to be interactive. Yeah. And then um, it actually forms hypermedia. Yeah. Now we're going to go through those characteristics in detail. Yeah. Starting with digitized content, although we have covered this. Uh, are there any questions so far? Yeah. And before I continue, am I audible enough? Uh, is my voice too low or am I shouting? The feedback will be very important as we progress. Yeah. Right. Uh, okay. So we can continue. Okay. Uh, Digital format is basically representation of data in binary format. These are zeros and ones. So text, audio, video, any other graphics will basically be converted into binary format. Zeros and ones. We need this characteristic actually to achieve enhanced multimedia. Yeah. Next, multimedia needs to be distributed. Yeah. I think this semester you're having a unit called distributed services. No, web services and distributed systems. So um, systems are networked. Yeah. When you're playing a game with your partner, you need to have internet connection. You need to be connected on a network. Yeah. Um, the systems interact with each other. Yeah. they don't have to be uh, systems from the same manufacturer, yeah, or of the same type, yeah. So some systems will communicate with one another using APIs, yeah. These are interfaces that actually help systems communicate with one another. Take an example of a printing machine, yeah, where you go and you key in your pin, yeah, and then you print. But for you to be able to print, you need to have credit, yeah, credit that is mapped to your pin, yeah. And in a Kenyan or Nairobian context, I can just imagine that for you to top up your credit, you may use M-Pesa, yeah. I just think of a special pay bill number where you can top up your printing credit in such a way that whenever you go, wherever you go, it could be in a mall, it could be in town, downtown, on Moi Avenue, and you want to do a quick print, yeah, you don't have to wait for the printing service to open their doors at 10 or 8 or, yeah. Um, it's midnight or midday, you just enter the booth and actually print your CV or your application letter or I don't know, you want to register your business, probably you need to bring your KRA pin in printed format. So you basically enter the booth and print. Yeah. Now the distribution aspect comes in when the Safaricom platform for M-Pesa needs to integrate with this printing system. Yeah. And in such a way, content is basically sent, received from, towards, or among several systems. Yeah. Uh, that is basically the concept behind this distributed system. Yeah. Sorry. I think this is a unit for ITS. BTC probably won't have it, but I hope they get the idea. Yeah. All right. Other than distributed systems,
Yeah,
we have
I don't know. Ask her.
interactivity. Yeah.
Four.
When we talk about
Ask Raja.
interactivity,
I don't know.
this is basically the user and the machine talking to one another. Yeah. I mean, this machine the machine, the operation of this machine needs to be straightforward. Yeah. Some ICS developers are familiar with the graphical user interface. Yeah. I'm not going, and even BTC from the web or internet programming course unit. Yeah. The graphical user interface is very important when your system is going to be used by somebody else. Yeah. And HTI. Yeah. HTI is very important. Yeah. We'll talk about HTI in the coming slides. But as we get towards HCI. Can somebody remind me what HCI is all about? This is human-computer interaction, I think, if I remember well. Yeah. I know you had a unit called HCI, I think last semester. I don't remember, or in third year. What is HCI? Or what is HCI all about? Anyone? Yes, Julie?
Hi.
Hi.
Okay, I think what you learned basically in HCI is developing applications that are user friendly and acceptable by the human beings.
Acceptable. Yeah, that's good contribution. User friendliness, that's good contribution. Design user centric applications, yeah. With computers, yeah. Any last contribution? Thanks, Amani. Thanks, Anthony and Julie. Users and computers, yeah. All right. Those are good contributions. HCI is very important, yeah. But I don't know, HCI is never perfect. So HCI is about why is your keyboard why are the keys on your keyboard actually aligned that way in the QWERTY format? Why is it not A, B, C, D up to Z? Yeah, actually, I think it's because of human interaction. Yeah, as much as A, B, C to Z looks straightforward, but to facilitate, to balance the keys, to balance words, yeah, as in the dictionary or they had to consider aligning the keys that way, yeah. Or why is your submit button on your graphical user interface in green and then a delete button in red? Yeah, the colors, yeah, will actually make your system user friendly or user centric. We will make it more user centric or less. Yeah. When I think more about graphical user interface or HCI, as much as in HCI, in the time HCI there is computer, I don't limit myself to actually computers. I also include everything else around me. Yeah. Right now I'm sitting on a chair and there's a uh, reading table. Yeah. HCI to me will inform me why my table is this high. Yeah. Why my chair is this comfortable or not. Yeah. Because if I don't utilize this object properly, then the designer will have failed on HCI. Yeah. Why is what am I looking at right now? The switch, the light switch designed that way. Yeah. Is it user centric or developer centric. Yeah, the way that Switch is designed, it's designed basically in such a way that I can operate it very easily. Yeah. Earphones. Yeah, you have many types of earphones. Yeah, and you'll see some wire for your earphone. Yeah, they have some sticky material. Yeah, or let me say it has some rubber. Yeah, probably because that rubber um, helps it actually stick on my shirt, yeah, or my jacket, so that I don't feel the weight of that wire on my ear plug. No, how do you call it? Actually, earphones. Yeah. Uh, why is the water bottle? Let's say that there's a Dasani water bottle. I can show you right now. Um, there's a Dasani water bottle designed for conferences. Yeah. Okay. No, there's a water bottle designed for conferences where you're seated. You actually you have limited movement. There's a type of water bottle that is actually designed for sports. Yeah. And the type of water bottle designed for sports will actually emphasize on the grip so that actually it doesn't fall or it doesn't actually fall down due to sweaty palms or that kind of thing. I think, in my opinion, HCI goes beyond computers. All objects that we use actually are should be designed in a user-centric manner, in such a way that the user or whoever is going to consume the product can actually operate it with minimal instruction from the developer or the manufacturer. Yeah. So back to my idea of printing machine in town, realize that you cannot bring the Nairobi population in a room and actually teach them how to operate this printing machine. Yet it's a public service that has to be actually deployed in public. Yeah. So the idea of HCI and GUI is basically to come up with a product that can be used with minimal instruction or guidance from the developer or the creator. That's the idea. Lastly, we have integrated systems. This is close to distributed systems. I mean, in the same context, systems will need to integrate with one another, yeah, for them to actually achieve, yeah. I could summarize this slide using the Uber application that integrates with Google Maps that existed before, actually to achieve its purpose. Yeah. While on the same application, the Uber application, it's been been around for, I think, less than 10 years. Yeah, at least it wasn't in Nairobi in 2010. If I'm not wrong, correct me. If I'm wrong, correct me. A friend had an application. They told you about Uber, and soon enough, you started actually using Uber, the Uber application. I don't think there is an Uber staff who actually came here and taught us how to use the application. And this goes for many other applications that we have used with minimal instructions or guidance from the developers, yeah, or the creator. Thanks to actually Interactivity, which is a graphical user interface in HCI, and then it's worth noting the integration feature that the application has. Yeah. So it's 10. Before we talk about the challenges, we'll take a short break, a 10-minute break, then we come back at 10 past 10. Multimedia content comes with some challenges. Yeah. We'll go through a few challenges shortly. First challenge is with space. We're going to manipulate text. We're going to manipulate images, sound, and video. We need space. Yeah, storage space. And this is a challenge to multimedia projects, basically. Yeah. So if you have a bigger project, you need to invest in storage space. If you want to print a billboard image, yeah, you need to invest in storage space. If you want to manipulate images, if some of you are photographers and you do what is it called? Photo editing, enhancing the quality of photos. Yeah. Your memory capacity needs to be upgraded. Yeah. If you do video editing, your memory and processing capacity also needs to be upgraded. Yeah, and that poses a challenge. Yeah, I think that's true. This was a challenge before. Yeah. But by now, we no longer see it as a challenge. Yeah, it is a challenge when your TV signal was actually going to be discontinued because you're using an analog TV. Yeah. For any device that we are going to actually create or develop, or for any content that we are going to create, for us to transmit it across devices, it has to be digitized. TV stations, the radio stations couldn't get the approximate or actually accurate number of their listeners or viewers, and that was a challenge. Yeah. I think we talked about this. HTI is another challenge. Yeah. And it remains a challenge because it's not easy to be perfect. Yeah, there's no perfect design. Yeah. And it makes it harder when you need to satisfy more than one person. Yeah. You know. Mm. So this poses a challenge. Yeah. Perfection is subjective, you know. The look, some of you are developers, some of you have developed interfaces, and if you have a panel of your client, let's say you have the director of that company, and probably an IT, you have the CEO and the CFO, CIO of that company trying to assess your work. Yeah, you will sometimes even realize that there's a conflict in their deliberation. Yeah. So HTI uh, remains a challenge that way. Yeah. But we need to, uh, strive to deliver a good product. Yeah. And you can trace, you can look back in year one or year two. I don't know when you were first introduced to HTML and you were asked to come up with a few pages. Yeah. Uh, most of us, yeah, actually do pages with 1,000 colors, 1,000 images that will take a minute or two to load. Yeah. And to date, if you're given the same task to do, you will see some progress in terms of HTI. You have a reason why your menu bar is located in a specific location and it is consistent throughout the pages. Your colors will not probably exceed two or three or four colors, and those kind of standards for a user-friendly graphical user interface. Yeah. But still, there's another developer who is on your friend list who's always negative about your, your work. Yeah. And that's an issue. Yeah. I know you know that guy. The next challenge is bandwidth. But remember, mm, data is being transmitted over the network. Yeah. And then the streaming performance, yeah, in a layman term, I could say the amount of content that could be actually moved or transmitted from one location to another needs to be high enough, especially if you have heavy videos, if you have heavy content, or if many people are accessing your system concurrently or simultaneously. Yeah. So bandwidth is actually a challenge in that sense. High bandwidth will actually come at high cost. But if I compare the cost of internet connectivity from 2010 to date, the cost is going down. I don't know why. Probably somebody is listening into the data I'm transmitting. Yeah. To the chat. Yeah, there's a suggestion here from George who says 4K, for you to get the best quality of a picture of videos, yeah, you need a good quality device, yeah, and that will also come at a cost, yeah, like 4K, 8K, yeah. I don't know if we already have 16K, yeah. Videos will not play on a full HD high definition, or they will not play on a simple high definition. Yeah, so that is bandwidth. Sometimes even if you have a UHD, that's Ultra HD, which is the same as 4K TV. However huge it is, let's say 65 inches or more, will not play, let's say, to its optimum performance if you're streaming, if your subscription, your internet subscription is probably less than 5 Mbps, sorry, 5 Mbps. Yeah, you may encounter some challenges. Yeah, depending on who is your internet service provider. Yeah, but that is the idea behind the bandwidth challenge. Yeah. The next challenge is about the software requirements for you actually to develop multimedia content. Yeah. We all know about Adobe, the Creative Cloud, CC. Yeah. I will actually recommend Adobe. Yeah. But we can't get Adobe. I can't get Adobe right now. Probably some of us can't get Adobe. Why? Because of its price and cost. Yeah. Again, back to the there is also equipment. Okay, maybe equipment can go to the space probably, but yes, for software for multimedia software to run seamlessly you need high you need high processing power. Yeah, you need enough storage, and then it's costly. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Basically. So special software is also a challenge that way. Integration, yeah, is another challenge. Yeah, integrating existing software into your development, Google Maps, payment, payment services, yeah, um, and better into your development, you know, uh, may also pose a challenge. Yeah. Integrating the banking system into your AMS system such that when you go to the bank you pay, by the time you get to school, the payment reflects in your AMS system is it's good. Yeah. There is exchange of information from one system to another. Yeah. Um, but it's quite a process. Yeah. The bank will have a criteria that you need to pass to fulfill for your system actually to integrate with them. Yeah. So that poses a challenge. Synchronization could be a challenge if it takes a day or two actually to synchronize, to send data from the bank to the MS. Yeah. But it's not just about showing the students the fee they have paid. There is also a financial report that has to be generated. That means actually your payment from the bank will go through the financial system, and then from the financial system, the payment content or data will go to your MS. These are three separate systems, yeah, that actually needs to be satisfied, yeah. Yeah, integration. Sometimes you are working with. I've encountered this with Adobe Illustrator. If you come up with a design with the previous version of Adobe Illustrator, even Photoshop, you guys will tell me your experience. When you open the same project with the next version, you'll get a notification that this project was created with a previous version of Adobe Illustrator or Photoshop. Therefore, the project is therefore not compatible. So compatibility issue will come when you want to actually integrate different systems. Yeah. All right. All right. Next, we look at the needs for multimedia, where actually multimedia is needed. We have basically all sectors. Uh, can you just randomly pick one of this sector and probably share with us how you think multimedia could apply? Anyone? Learning, entertainment. How can multimedia apply in marketing and selling? Yes, Julie?
Okay, I'll pick business marketing and selling. So
Yeah,
for this one, we can have animations to promote a product as a way of advertising.
exactly. Uh-huh. That's it's very common on TV. Yeah, you you. I mean, that is straightforward. That's very good point, Julie. Anyone else? Uh, that planning, coming up with presentation on proposed design, mock-up. That's good, Cosmas. That's a good point. Anyone else? Let's get two more. Let's get two more. Education. Yeah, we are using now Zoom. We'll talk about Zoom shortly, but this is good. Thanks, Moses. E-learning, yeah. One last contribution. Mm, entertainment, music, video, yeah. Uh, yeah, and games, yeah. Uh, just a minute. I'll mute. sorry about that. I've seen contributions. These are very good contributions. Just in light with your opinion, just want to share with you this picture. This is a common place that most of you know. If you know, you can tell me if you remember, if you're familiar with this place. Anyone? Exactly. Thanks, Austin. This is Luthuli. Uh, you This is basically an idea of a multimedia concept. Yeah, this is drawing. It now this is planning. Basically, if you can do this for any place. You're planning. Let's say the president is going to visit the university, and you want to plan how security, the NACA will actually work hand in hand with presidential escort, so you can actually draw the map of Strathmore and map how students will greet the president, where he will pass, and then everything can actually be planned using even VR. Somebody mentioned virtual reality here. Planning, yeah, mock purpose, yeah, and yeah, basically, um, university. Strathmore is planning for what, graduation, and I think it will be qua ground. Yeah, it will be on site, and I'm sure right now they are holding meetings to know how who will actually come and participate, how people will be organized, and I can just imagine the headache of this kind of how hectic these meetings can be because they are probably not using, they don't have enough resources actually to see, to visualize how graduation will actually be. Yeah. So a designer like you probably may actually propose them and you come up with um, a three-dimension design actually to show them where graduates will sit, parents will sit, how we are going to achieve social distancing, how long it will take, and that kind of stuff. If you multimedia is actually vast, it's huge. Yeah, it's not just about uh, the few that is mentioned here, learning, and business online. Okay, planning in deployment, you could have actually military deployment in line with what I've just explained. You can have the Kisimayo landscape, how many hills are actually in that region, and you can actually plan the military deployment and how they can actually they confront the enemy and the agents, you know, soldiers will actually have a better understanding of what to expect. Yeah. So I normally advise students here that if you still struggling with programming or I don't know. This is for 8 years. But if you see if you're still struggling with switches and routers and many network interfaces, and you don't see yourself beyond. You don't see your. You don't picture your career beyond graduation. Yeah, multimedia is is another alternative that you could actually embrace, and will always have adverts on TV, and they will always need multimedia technicians or skilled people. Entertainment, you've talked about video games. Now we have VR, yeah. E-learning, now university are shifting to online learning. And even if I predict, okay, I anticipate, even when we go back to university, we will need to blend these two. It won't be fully in class, yeah. We'll still have some aspect of online learning, so it will be blended learning, yeah. And in these lessons, these concepts, whether it's mathematics or geography, we'll need to cartoonize them, if you can allow me to use that verb. And experts in creating cartoons will actually be needed. Yeah. Online communication, social media, and planning deployment. I've talked about that. So there is, I think there is, uh, I mean, it's an area to consider. Yeah. And the good thing, it's still in IT. Yeah. As much as it's not a full course, but it's also IT. So you you have mentioned many and better examples where multimedia is needed. We can look at its benefits. Yeah. At the end of the day, you want to enhance the effective. You want to make your presentation effective. Yeah. Um, mm, an advert is a presentation, by the way, to tell you that this product is better than the other. Yeah. Mm, if we are doing blended courses for students, there's another way that these courses should actually be designed. Yeah. In such a way that it can actually keep the user or no the audience focus. Yeah. We'll talk about immerse multimedia shortly. Multimedia is flexible. Uh, it's text if you can read. If you're doing something else, you can switch to audio. The same text can actually be interpreted to audio. Yeah. And if you want to see what's going on, you can actually view, yeah, in the form of a video. Yeah. Mm. High retention. Yeah. High retention rate. And it will be easy for you to recall or remember if you replay the recording. Yeah. If you replay the uh, the videos for you to learn how to program. Yeah. I know some of you have learned how to configure a switch or a router using YouTube because the medium allows you to repeat. Yeah, you can repeat the video as many times as possible until you actually get the concept. Yeah. See, right now we are 1:16 in this classrooms. It's a large audience, thanks to multimedia. But if we're in class, in a room one, I don't know, backbenchers would be doing their thing, somebody else would be eating crisps, and that sort of, I know as much as it's happening now, I don't know, some of you are in bed, others are in a kitchen, others in the compound, but you're holding the gadget, you're looking at the screen, you're trying to actually to get what's going on, and that thanks to multimedia, basically enhance retention. Yeah. Interactive. Right now, if I poll you, I would get quantitative responses. Yeah. Yeah, you will see when we start actually drawing using software, the learners, the audience will actually be stimulated a bit. Yeah. And thanks to HCI, thanks to the good graphical user interface, these multimedia are easy to use, learn, and understand. Yeah. I'll keep this. Basically, this is a kind of progress of multimedia. Yeah. How it was before using DOS. Yeah. If you remember DOS, or it's like command line. Yeah. This is how an interface would look like, and probably you wouldn't have to use a mouse. You'd use your arrow keys on the keyboard, and then we moved to something a little bit improved, yeah, with colors, yeah. The green color, if you see the buttons that actually mean something is right or your answer is right, and then the wrong button in red, and you immediately see that the color means something. Yeah, the traffic light red color means you stop, dangerous if you proceed. Green color means you can actually proceed and you are okay. Yeah. So this is improvement. And today you can actually talk to a machine and it talks back to you. Yeah. And this is amazing. Yeah. Virtual assistant. Yeah. And then now, beyond even virtual assistant, you actually have automated customer care. Yeah, you now your website has bots that will actually address your concerns. Yeah, which is uh, even better. Yeah, and tomorrow machines will actually think much better than their creator. Yeah, they'll beat you in games. Yeah, they will. If you play soccer on your PlayStation and select a very tough team, you actually beat the hell out of you, and then you realize that AI is actually super AI. Yeah, but those are machines. Yeah. Now, what happens when you actually play this game? They ensure that you are you're immersed into that what you're doing. Yeah. if your Zoom right now is your Zoom application is in full screen, you won't even get your WhatsApp notification on your laptop. So when you actually shut down the Zoom or reduce the Zoom window, you get a notification that tells you while you are away, this happened. So multimedia has that capability. Yeah, I'm sure most of you know that. You can compare these two images. There is one, of course, just images. There is one that gives you a chance to look at your icons and notifications, and the other one on the right side, which actually covers everything. Yeah, and the experience is actually improved. Yeah. So if you are to tell us which one provides more feel and experience to the user, the answer is clear. Yeah. All right. So what immersive experience will actually provide is what we have discussed. Yeah. Well, these are some importance of multimedia. This is beta retention. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if it's important. Okay, yeah, it's important, but sometimes you really need to be very careful with it. Yeah. Depending on what you're doing. Yeah. Yeah. If you're learning, yeah, and you really need to get the concept, if you want to learn how to draw, of course, it's going to take hours, even days, yeah, or to edit music editing or video editing. It will take some time, yeah. Yeah, and then thanks to the multimedia kind of environment, the 10 hours you spend will be like 10 minutes, yeah, because there is you like it, yeah, there is irritation. Yeah. On the other hand, in the same entertainment multimedia, if you play football for the whole day, you won't realize that actually time is moving. Yeah, that's why it depends on what you're doing. Yeah. Now we need to be very careful to use multimedia for constructive purposes. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I know we may need stress relief, but I will encourage constructive content. Yeah, social media and all sorts of media is multimedia, but we need to use it for constructive. Yeah, students learn better using multimedia. Yeah. I know what I'm saying here is here and there. Some of you may actually already feel bored. Yeah. But if it was more interactive, yeah, it could be better or easier, because I will personally learn how to program using YouTube multimedia than actually going to the library and read a programming book. Yeah. Yeah. So makes it easy actually to learn. Well, when I learn how to draw, using software, um, well, I learn while actually having fun. You you play some good classic music in the background while um, accomplishing a very good job. Yeah. So at the end, you have more fun and greater efficiency. Yeah, as you actually um, move forward. Yeah, and it's very constructive. There's a chat here. You see, okay, no problem. Uh, Power went off at one of us, so it's okay. I understand. So major multimedia categories, we are almost ending. So I will rush through the remaining slides, which are more of illustration of what we have discussed. Yeah. Mm, Entertainment, one of the major categories. Yeah. Where multimedia is used. I think we have talked about this. Um, I've talked about the PS or how mm, interactive, effective, yeah, retention, immerse experience, yeah, and of course you know the challenges, bandwidth. If your internet is low, then you won't achieve satisfaction, yeah, and all other challenges, yeah. Education, we've talked about learning, yeah, distance now, yeah, it's happening now. Uh, the audience is actually huge compared to normal classes, yeah, or face-to-face class, yeah. Uh, this is in education. Is this in Garta? I think in Garta looked like this. Yeah, it is. Yeah. It's discontinued right now. I don't think you can find a copy of it. Yeah. Yeah. But it was very interactive. Yeah. Now, Wikipedia is free and somewhat interactive. Yeah. I don't know what their future plans is. But you also have YouTube now where you can learn mathematics or astrology if you want. Yeah. Sky is the limit. In business, some of you already have businesses. You can easily do promotion on Instagram, social media. You can create a catalog. Okay, we'll try to come up with a flyer as one of our exercises. Yeah. Demo advert, communication, yeah, and marketing. We are going to do marketing products. Yeah, you're going to come up with a logo for your company and then illustrate it on marketing products, pen, cap, shirt, t-shirt, and mug, cup of tea, and so on. Yeah, these are adverts and announcements. You can now book your ticket. You can actually perform transactions online thanks to multimedia. And again, you realize that the Malaysia Airways or will not actually come to you and teach you how to book a flight. No, you will do it by yourself. And thanks to UI and HCI, the interface will actually interact. You easily interact with it. Yeah. These are reference encyclopedia, dictionary. We have again Inkscape for students here, which had all the tools and most subjects. I talked about information kiosk, yeah, where you enter a booth and do many transactions, perform many transactions, yeah, including sending money, printing paper, taking a passport photo, checking your map, you know. Maybe you run out of energy, your battery on your phone, but if you have, if the city actually has information kiosk, then you wouldn't have to worry because you can actually do a lot using an information kiosk. This is another example of information kiosk. Stroke ATM, I believe. Yeah. So multimedia in these are mobile gadgets that are actually used. That multimedia in business is used for many things. These are repetition. Yeah, repetition will actually help you remember or recall this very easily. Multimedia in school. This is okay, and I think that's it for today. Multimedia at home. Yeah. In public places, information kiosk, hotel, ticket systems, transportation, dictionary. Yeah. All right. Any questions, suggestions, and discussion? Don't chat your name. Don't chat your name. I'll get attendance through the Zoom. through the Zoom report. So don't flood the chat box with your details. Yeah, don't flood the chat box with your details. Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, I'll post the recordings on e-learning. I'll post recordings on e-learning. Post recordings on e-learning. So Jogu Janet. You don't have to post. You don't have to write your name, Jogu Janet. All right, but we have up to 12:15. I think we should take a short break. All right. I just want to mention the shared spreadsheet. Verify your name, verify your admission number and your email, yeah, for spelling. Use the enrollment key to access the e-learning page, yeah. Group A is in the first tab, Group B is in the second tab. We have BTC, we have BTC. Yeah, Yogo, Marianne, I'll create for you the enrollment. Yeah. So make sure your name is in the correct tab. Very important. Go to the e-learning. Yeah. There is a book. Yeah. Now there's a chapter for this week's lesson that I highly recommend that you read. Very easy to read. Yeah, you get to know the linear and nonlinear multimedia. You get to know where multimedia can be used in businesses, in schools, at home. Yeah, these are good facts that you need to know. And in public places, yeah, VR, get to know how multimedia is delivered, so you know why we talk about bandwidth. Well, CD-ROMs are outdated, but I think your final project you'll put it on a CD-ROM, so still using them. Distributed resources, everything that is in the slide, you have it here. Yeah. We talked about entertainment, Netflix, that you can actually oh sorry, I'm seeing this but I was actually showing it in the book that I recommend. So we talked about entertainment, Netflix is here. Multimedia elements, text, graphics, animation, sound, and video. Yeah, and then this is a very important part. The chapter review is very important because I get questions from here. I get exam questions and start questions from here. At least so go through these phases and quizzes, very important. So the chapter book is already given in the topic area. Okay, let's come back at 11:30. We're going to install Inkscape, I think. Yeah, we're going to install Inkscape and have a brief introduction to Inkscape. Let's come back at 11:30. All right, I don't mind, so you can see what's going on here. if the key doesn't work, let me know. Probably there was an error while I was importing the group. So today you have to bear with we have to bear with the well, I don't mind for you to see what's going on here, but I want you guys to enroll group ICSA illustrating. You're not moving. ICSA, you're not moving. ICSB, somewhat. BTC, BTC, is okay. Still need a few enrollment in BTC. Okay, so we have to bear with the timetable. We need to be here till 12. Yeah. Otherwise, we don't have other time to do what? To do lab. So I thought we'd break, go home, and come back tomorrow for lab, but we have to stay here for some time. ICSA 3, ICSA group 3, ICSA group 3. ICSA group 3. By the way, no, you can't. Group ICSA group 3 results. ICSA group 3. So, Inkscape. Inkscape.org. Inkscape.org. Quick poll. Quick poll. Quick poll. Quick poll. Quick poll. I know some of you did this, so I'll ask: have you installed Inkscape yet? So anonymous, single. How do you launch all things? Oh, yes or no? Oh, so Inkscape installation. So we go to Inkscape.org. If you're using so if not, cannot still go to Inkscape. So you're going to inkscape.org. Download. Linux, Windows, Mac. Yeah, Mac already has 1.0.1. That is good news. Linux too. I think this is Ubuntu. Ubuntu already has 1.0.1. Yeah. Quick poll, 25. That's good. Thanks, 25. Thanks to the 27. Inkscape.org. If you're already using, so you can choose between Inkscape and Adobe Illustrator. Both of them are okay. But the Inkscape will be for it cuts across all operating systems. So I highly recommend version 092 if you haven't installed. And if your computer is not very powerful, I highly recommend version 092. Version 092. But feel free, 1.0.1. Yeah, these are Mac using Inkscape can do. Yeah, we're going to use Krita. You can use Krita, by the way. We're going to use Krita. Now, right now, we want to draw, Jeff. We want to do vector drawing. I fear that Krita doesn't use vector. Does it, Jeff? Can you do illustration with Krita?
Normally, I use Krita for my illustrations.
Ah, okay. Okay, that's okay. That's okay then. That's okay. You can use Krita. Then I think I have a lot to learn from you. I have a lot to learn from you. Maybe Inkscape. All right. Install Inkscape. Has anyone used Inkscape before? Has anyone used Inkscape before? Randy, that is good. Yes, your hand is up, Kevin. You have.
Just I've used Inkscape before.
Pardon?
I have used Inkscape before.
Oh, that is good. That is good. If you want to share your experience with Inkscape, I'll be happy.
I just opted for it because it's free.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Nathan, your hand is up.
Kindly, what's the key?
That's a good question. What is the key? So, Rebecca. So, the key is on a shared so you go to that page. I've chatted with you the page. You get the key against your name. Yeah. So ICS4. We have a situation. Yeah. ICS4. Sorry, I uploaded these groups and some of them uploaded without key. So Rebecca, you should now be okay. And Jeff, no, let me see. No, that was Jeff. Rebecca, what's your group? What's your group? ICSA, which number? ICSA 1 or A4? So such. Rebecca, this is A8. So A8, A4 resolved, A8. Yeah. A8 resolved. A8 resolved. Meanwhile, we're waiting for 60 people to install Inkscape. All right, I'm going to end the poll and then relaunch the poll. Okay, share results, of course. Stop the poll. Relaunch. Continue. Yeah. Now let me see how many I've installed now. Inkscape. Yeah, if we get past 70, then I'll proceed. And then probably Katendu will be my copilot. On Inkscape. Meanwhile, let me see if I can recall. So we have Bazil. Triangle. Yeah. All right. Paul, 60. So let's get two more people, then we'll do. Let's get two more people who have installed and run the A9. A9. A9 resolved. A9 resolved. A9 resolved. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. $75. All right. AC. All right. So just a quick one. Control N. So Inkscape is it's a vector drawing software. So you can actually draw using your mouse or your pen. Yeah. And okay, Jeff, thanks for the for the remark. I have B13, which doesn't work. B13. B. ICS B13. Who is this? Anthony, which group is that? Anthony, Vai, and Wangari, which group? ICSA B13. don't know. Papa, I think there's a confusion here.
Mlitumwa na nani? Na nani? Karo Nigeria alikuwa ametumwa na nani? Paulo wali kali yanyu. Kwa pesa ngapi? Na sasa umelipwa. Na sasa utakufa nini? Unaona ni mjinga. Mlitumwa na nani? Na nani? Karo Nigeria alikuwa ametumwa na nani? Sabina mgani? Kurato mumu shamari mweke yate. Paulo wali kali yanyu. Kanigani yanyu wana kanai. Na sasa shida yako ni nini? Akikuja. Ulikuwa umelipwa pesa ngapi? Na sasa umelipwa. Na sasa utakufa nini?
Anthony, use the key. Swap later. A11, you're good to go. Steven, Nyanga, you're good to go. So, vector drawing it basically allows you to draw vectors and come up with a curve, I could use a vector, and then if you have nodes, yeah, and then paths. So you can actually draw different curves, yeah. So vector drawing uses math, uses mathematical operations no, formulas to come up with actually a drawing. Like one just had here. I'm told when you're online, you need to show some love to your students. So this is from me to you. I don't know if this shape is correct. Now, the good thing with vector, you can actually change, you can adjust the way you want. You can adjust the look. Okay, so Inkscape allows us to actually do so many things, so many good things. Yeah, I encourage you guys to interact with Inkscape. It's Illustrator, Adobe Illustrator, that's the same. Now, you on the right side. Okay, no, let me. After installation, you have a default view. No. Yeah, I think you have a default view. Yes, I think this is the view you will have after installation. This is the view you will have after installation. So you have the page in the middle. Yeah, it's an A4. You can draw on this. This will be okay. Yeah. Or you can get rid of it so that you draw freely and you don't have any borders, any boundaries. Yeah. You have a menu bar right on top. You have the tools for the nodes right on the right side. Yeah. You have the saving and grouping, printing operations of icons again on the right side here. Now here you have drawing tools, many drawing tools. This is the I hope you're seeing this. Yeah. So this is the if you want to transform or move. Yeah. This is if you want to edit the nodes. Don't worry, you won't get everything now or in one day. You'll get them as time goes by, actually, as you practice. This is a square, rectangle, this is a circle. So if I click here and just drag the mouse holding the right button, you draw actually a circle. You can draw as many as you want. Yeah. So if you use this transformation and select, you can actually select what you want. I use the delete button on my keyboard to actually delete. Yeah. So yeah, that way. You have a star and a polygon and a square and many other kinds of hexagon, I don't know, pentagon, and so many. While you're clicking on edit nodes, okay, it's hidden here.
Welcome to Battlefy's bracket guide.
Now,
different brackets provide different
before
experiences.
I actually start drawing,
and the player.
this is
Videos covering
you are going to have your preferences,
explaining how each bracket.
But I will share with you mine. I normally put these icons, yeah.
In this video,
on top here.
Swiss bracket.
And for that, I click on
This
view.
brackets balance time required,
and then
excitement matches, and number of games a player gets.
When I customize
in a Swiss
all the icons,
organizer declares how many rounds are to
right here on top. So I have
a player.
My right side is completely free because I'm going to use that side to dock my dockable properties. Yeah. There's a question here. Yeah, please stop me or ask questions whenever you can't see what I'm doing. You can't see what you're doing. Waweru, you can't see?
Yeah, I think it's still showing the spreadsheets for the groups, so you can't really see what you're doing on Inkscape.
Are you serious? And now?
Okay, I can't see. There are some people who can see. Really, I can't.
I can
yeah,
see.
many people can see.
It's the
Wow, okay. So I don't know what's happening.
Yeah. Sorry about that. Check your connection. Yeah, bandwidth challenge.
Okay, so let me check.
Yeah. So yeah. So yeah, it's good to give me feedback in case you're stuck somewhere. All right. So yeah, you can. Something that was supposed to be yes, with the chat. Heavy graphic. Ah, okay, no problem. It will. We'll have a one-on-one. We'll have a one-on-one. I'll organize. We'll have a one-on-one. All right. Something here is missing. I wanted to show you. Where could that be? Okay. When you use the node editor here, yeah, when you edit path by node, you can actually change the look of your stuff. There used to be something here, probably on the previous version, to add the corners. Avendu, you want to help? There used to be something here to add the corners. Yeah. I think I will have to, yeah, next time I may have to revert to the older version. Yeah. All right, no problem. But there's a way you can add the number of corners. 1, 2, 3. You can make them 5, 6, 7, or as many as you want. Yeah. If somebody finds, please share with me or share with the rest of the group. Okay. These are 3D boxes. Now, later when you want to do 3-dimensional, this is huge. The good thing you can zoom and actually reduce the size. Very Now, the good thing with vector, as you reduce the size or increase, zoom in or out, you don't lose quality. You'll see that when we do the images. Yeah. Okay. Spiral. Right now it's not visible. Yeah, you have spiral that you can actually modify. Has anyone found how to increase the number? I'll just delete this and keep this. Hopefully we find before. So if I double click, very right. Thanks. So the corners are 3, 4, 5, 6. Thanks. Who's that? Who's that? That was Georgie. Thanks, George. Yeah. The new things with the new version. Okay. Right. Yeah. So you double click, brings this bar. In the previous version, the bar was available. So if you change, yeah, and you can actually make so many twists. Yeah. Okay. Now, just allow me to stay with you here for 5 minutes. Just I want to show you the Bezier. The Bezier, then we go home. This Bezier button, Bezier curve stretch, it helps you create a path. Yeah, this is a path, and the path has corners. Those corners, if you click on edit path with node, you have nodes here that you can actually move around. Yeah. Now this is you can delete. Use the delete button to get rid of a node, and it becomes a curve or a straight line the way you want. This Bezier tool is very much used in drawing, by the way. Like if you want to come up with this could be a sort of a leaf, or something. Yeah. And then you can actually play around with the Bezier tool. Yeah. Okay. Delete everything. So the Bezier tool can actually do a triangle. So I'm going to do one click and then double click to release the mouse. Yeah. And I'm going to use the edit path by node to actually use this purple or red node to make it a triangle as it suggested, or keep it as straight. Yeah. Now that was triangle in, and this you can actually move it to the lower side or the upper side. Yeah. And a good thing with this, you can actually create a curve. Just click right in the middle of that object and curve it. Yeah. That is Bezier using triangle in. Now, the difference between triangle in and triangle out is just straightforward. Triangle in, first click, second double click to release. This is triangle in. Then change triangle out, then do the same, 1 and 2. And then the triangle just changes, yeah? But either way, you can, depending on your design, you can use this purple node to actually switch to the other side. And all of them can curve. Yeah. Other than a triangle in or out, you can use the Bezier button, the Bezier to actually do an ellipse. I'll stop at ellipse. Double click to release. Yeah, now that's an ellipse that you can move around. Yeah, and then using this, you can actually make it large or small. Yeah, just in 1 minute, I'm going to shoot this up. 1 minute. Right now, the object is filled with black color. Yeah. If I click on the color palette at the bottom, the object will actually change color. Yeah. Now there is an outer line that I can change using the control button. So I press control. No. It's shift. Sorry, shift. If I press shift, hold shift down. How do you know I'm holding shift down? I know I've been doing that for long. Yeah, I think you have right down here. I can't show with my mouse because it's going to disappear. There's let's say feedback text showing down here. The H, the XML color code I'm choosing and which buttons I'm pressing. That one is changing the outline. You won't see the outline because it's small. I'll quickly go to here. I'll show you what I did to increase the size of the outline in the next lab. So I get that. Yeah. And this is what I have. So if I shift, change color. Sorry, I was meant to do this. The outline will change color. All right. Next time we'll have more lab time than today. Yeah. So Inkscape. Good thing Inkscape is on YouTube. So be proactive. Be proactive and be proactive. That is very important. Yeah. Very important in this learning process because Inkscape. Yeah. It's on YouTube. Try to discover more. Yeah. Any questions? I'll share more videos on how to actually draw some of these things. Inkscape. Yeah. Some of what we want to achieve a portrait. Yeah. Okay. Any questions, comments? No. Okay. Have a good week ahead. I'll see you on Monday.